Hey, Mike Callahan with a quick question that was submitted. How much preparation is needed to scale a business to 1 million and well beyond? Got me thinking here. I'm actually in downtown Pittsburgh for the ASCA Snow Show along with Snow Magazine. And I've been in my hotel room here the last 4.5, 5 hours, literally with a clicker, running around with a TV screen behind me, getting ready for the talk. And this is a 45-minute talk. I'm also going to be doing a panel discussion. But I spent 4.5 to 5 hours today just getting ready for one talk that's 45 minutes. So the question is, how much time is needed to get and preparations needed to scale a business to 1 million and beyond? Well, it's a lot of time. And the first thing that I would look at is going in and checking out and making sure your business model, your strategy, and systems and processes are in check. So we want to start with your business model. We want to stick with your business strategy and then the systems and processes. I'm going to be talking a lot about this at the Snow Show tomorrow, but when you see a business that's a success overnight down the street, you don't see the 10 or 15 years or maybe 5 to 10 years, depending on the business, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, that are behind the scenes. But what I'm suggesting is the preparation to scale to 1 million and beyond, or whatever your goal is, really needs to dial in right now at a business model. And what is your model? Is it residential only? Is it commercial only? Is it residential and commercial? What's the model? Clearly define it and take a look down the line, not only now, but what that is going to look like in the future. Is it including automations, robotic mowers, different robotic snow removal equipment that's coming out? Those are the things we want to take a look. Is that model going to be effective now and where the consumer is going to be? Just like Wayne Gretzky said, he's going to where the puck is going. Make sure that your business model is scalable in the next 10 to 15 years. Where the market is going. Next thing is strategy. How do we break that down into yearly goals, quarterly, and then weekly? Just like this talk, I blocked off 2 quarters of my day here with travel, and I blocked out 4 to 5 hours to make sure I could execute and bring excellent value and knowledgeable content for the attendees of the Snow Show here tomorrow in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And that is just for 45 minutes. So are you taking the time and blocking it out with no distractions to make sure your model and your strategy, and then that drives into systems and processes for success? My guess is if you were anything like me when I first started out and I started to try to scale the business, you're not spending enough time. We need to get out of the business, and as Michael Gerber says, work on it and not in it. Just like I'm blocking off 4 to 5 hours for my talk for tomorrow, just like I'll block off 4 to 5 hours for our August event in Rochester, New York, as well as our talk at Service Autopilot SA6. I'm going to be coming up with Chris Volpe, announcement coming out soon. So that's going to be huge. But my correlation here is, are you blocking the time out undistracted away from your business to create a model, a strategy, and process and systems to hit that million mark or whatever your goals are well beyond that? My guess is if you were like me, you're not. So my talk of the day would be is, what are you doing to block out that time to make sure you're putting the time in to build out the model, the strategy, and process and systems, and then hopefully automate those process and systems and have some accountability for the strategy and implementation of that it does not revolve around you as the business owner day in and day out. So more not an answer, but more of a thought-provoking video today is, if 4 to 5 hours is going into a 45-minute talk, how many hours and weeks of work and time needs to be dedicated to back out that 5 to 10 year plan that you have based on your business strategy and model and process and systems? So my challenge to you is, write a comment down below. Let me know how you're blocking out that time. How much time are you spending on a quarterly or weekly basis to hit those goals? And is there an accountability piece? Just at Simple Growth in our company here, that we have basically daily or weekly accountability. So I meet with the office for an hour on Mondays as far as billables, receivables, sales, any cancellations, new clients, anything that's coming in the pipeline. So we have a real clear description of what's going on in and out of the business. On Tuesdays, I meet with our development and support team to see what's being developed, what we're trying to build out each quarter of the business, and if we're on tack. And then every Monday and Wednesday and Friday, the whole team meets via screen share or in the office, depending where we're at in the country. And we also have a key stakeholders meeting for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes every morning at 8 a.m. So we're constantly holding each other accountable. There's constant flow of communication. And we've blocked out that time to make sure our model, our strategy, and systems and processes are all lining up. And if you don't block it out and you don't guard your calendar, it will never happen. So I'm definitely not on a pedestal preaching on this one, because time management is still not my strongest suit. But I will tell you, when we went out and of the business, and that allowed us to grow and scale that business rapidly. So drop your comments, questions below. How are you blocking out your time? And are you creating a model, strategy, systems, and processes all lined up with group accountability, communication with your team? And if I'm blocking out 4 to 5 hours here for a 45-minute talk, put that in perspective of the time we really need to block out on our calendar to grow and scale a business to $1 million and beyond.